August 29, 2022. Marcus Giavanni here. Andy, ROUGEOT, delivers Marcus Giavanni as Denverites' next mayor. When Andy and his Colorado politics friends came out and christened him the first GOP candidate, which is a non-political, officially, it's always been non-political. It changed to nonpartisan. And you can thank the League of Women Voters, Denver Decides, and all those people that Susan Barnes Gelt and her bunch, they've all been identified a long time ago. And so now all their keywords and phrases that they thought was, hey, this is what we all need to say so that it keeps on showing, now it's negative. We've had 3 elections to tell whether these people are friend or foes. And if you think I have it figured out, I guarantee you 100%. You can't be 1,000, you can't be 1,000,000%. It's 100% that our adversaries know it too. And so why we all sheeple out to the same direction, to the dark web, not doing the right thing on the World Wide Web, taking charge of our own metaverses, whether we want to just stay digital or we want to get into the virtual. But the internet as a whole is not the metaverse, it's the World Wide Web. So all those people that are taking you down that path, stay the fuck away from them. Second, when Facebook came out and said they're changing their name, and everybody went all rap and, oh, they're changing. Oh, Facebook's still open. They lost all credibility. With bad launch. Bad. They should have just came up with the same thing. And now everybody who got caught up in that moment will be scored and ranked on that moment. And this especially goes for those people that are at the top of the food chain that pretend like they know what they're talking about, never built anything, they just been good readers, not knowing that everywhere they've gone, everywhere that they've visited, no matter if they hide their use DuckDuckGo or whatever, as soon as you put yourself on the DuckDuck name registry, guess what? You're now a person that's trying to hide himself to go and access the World Wide Web because you don't want anybody to know who you are. First red flag. Because on an open society like the World Wide Web, they know everything about you. Just the way it is. So when the spaceships come here, according to some people, they get on first. So that's fine. I talk to everybody. I knocked on so many doors. I don't have the privilege of calling up a partisan group of people and have them all vote for me. And what these folks don't realize, that there's so many candidates and there's going to be more. They all cut that gene pool down because they all come from the same gene pool. Only one Andy coming out saying he's GOP. Not even the Democrats do that. So you're going to see all the money that Andy spends on advertising, guess what? It makes us stronger. Because see, Andy had to go somewhere to figure out what he was going to say, how he's going to deliver it. All his people, they have to. That's what their jobs, that's what they do. But what they don't understand is that's old school. Because now every website you've gone to, you just told Google that that website has enough authority for your attention. And then everything that you did, all your interaction, good, bad, or indifferent, is all stored in the cloud. Used, good, bad, or indifferent against you. Or when you start talking the content of someone else, their content will start migrating to your circles and all your node connection circles. So when they Google search something, wham, you get that. So what Andy don't understand is that I've already written everything that you could possibly say within a power of 10, but I will back it down. Here it is. It's right in front of you. He's done. You think with what he's doing, he should be able to outrank, but he don't know how. And by the time he learns, it's already too late. When he moved here to Colorado in 2011, I already sued Stephanie O'Malley. And the media and the good old boys and girls ignored it. But we needed them to ignore it. Because then we got a digital footprint and a voice latent print on all those involved back in the day. In 2011, 2015, all points in between. All their videos, all their text, all the things that we can't see. But when the same people keep doing the same thing based off of their tags and their self-titled bullshit, humble bragging, that's why we lost the World Cup. Denver gets confused what football they're talking about. And it was all about Denver. Believe me, folks, we own cityandcountyofdenver.com. We get notified for just about everything you can think of. I've got the documents to prove it, but the media won't talk about it because they're in on it. And we only care about the administrators. Who is the CEO of that company? Who is the president? Who is running it in Denver? Because we don't care about what they do in other cities. None of our business. We're non-political. Our media needs to be non-political in order for us to be all Denver, that Michael Hancock likes to tout, but we know that this just ain't true. And our pockets are empty, folks. We paid out so many fines. Just the Scott Cardenas $4 million fine to Oracle. I told everybody back then it was coming. I told everybody back then that they needed to buy City and County of Denver and all this. And every date that I bought those has a specific meaning. So those that look it up when it was created, look at the dates. Then cross-reference it to all the information we've uploaded to Google. So we're just trying to do the right thing. And if Denver was a Democrat partisan, let's just say that there is no Spear Amendment. All of it's bullshit. Everything was bullshit. Mayor Spear was bullshit. All of it. Okay? We are now a partisan election. Well, Denver's been in charge for 60 fucking years, and look what's happened. No city beautiful. Everything that they promised to eradicate has gotten worse. And the same people voting for it are the ones that end up being victims, but they don't tell anybody because they're embarrassed. But they still vote for it because maybe next time, because it already happened to them, so they won't have to worry about it. We already have devalue of life residency where they're moving in from San Francisco and Chicago, and you say, hey man, what brought you to Denver? Oh shit, our war crime rate's all out of control. So why'd you come to Denver? Well, it's lower than Chicago. Yeah, but we're at record high murders too. Yeah, but not like Chicago. Oh, so when it gets worse there, you're going to go to another Democratic city and start the process all over. And they're just dumbfounded. They don't know what to say. They just walk away. Because they're like, wow, did I do that? Yeah. See, when you guys start paying attention to your own bullshit, you start realizing that it's all bullshit. And that now you can't bullshit artificial intelligence. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. And no matter what I say, nice, polite, telling y'all to go fuck yourselves, just to try to get a stir out of something, you guys all make it nothing. And believe it's coming for you. And there's nowhere you can hide. God can't even save you for what's coming on the digital planet. And all these fake people are going to be blown away on January 2023, and they won't even know. Because their worlds won't change. But we will take a mass exodus from them. That's how the ladder rises. That's how we rise on the World Wide Web for each one of our metaverses. If anybody tells you any different, they're fucking liars. How's that for being poor?